Welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick overview of what's transpiring. First, I know the charts are looking a little bearish, but Bank of America came out and praised Ripple for its cross-border payments, says it's an exception for payments. So the fact that Bank of America came out and is heaping praises for Ripple is a big story this morning. We'll go over multiple articles where they touch on two different sides of this. Still, Bank of America praising Ripple for the cross-border payments, but also talking about how they're exception for payments. So we'll take a deeper look at that. We'll also take a deeper look at the XRP technical analysis, as we're still sub 47 cents. But last night we managed to hold that 457 level, right around 458. So we did not give up that pattern formation. Unless we give up that formation, that uptrending support on that pattern, our target would be, if we fell through, we'd drop about 18% to roughly 36, 37 cents. Conversely, if that is the support structure and this pattern formation goes back to the top side, we've already had 3 hits on support now. If we go for our third hit on resistance, we would have about a 22% rise back up to the top of the formation. We'll talk about all that and more when we get into the technicals. Make sure you hit that like button, as it'll greatly help push me through the analytics. And I'm here for each and every one of you every single day. Positivity over negativity. Left eye's a little swollen today, but that eye has keratoconus, so it's not like it was doing a big job today anyhow. So it can kind of lay back and relax. So we're going to get into the charts. We're also going to get into the news. Good morning, 10:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, July 7th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, XRP is up 0.89% at 4667. We're going to go over this chart and the implications of it, but first, as you can see, we have a bearish cross in the daily. We've had in the 4-hourly once again. We've completely reversed back down. So now if you get a rejection point like we talked about yesterday, around the 473, 474 in the 4-hourly, that would more than likely initiate the signal in the bearish cross here in the daily to push down further. Right now, the one thing we did was manage to hold this 457, 458, depending on where you look now, because it's up to 4577, because we're coming up on the uptrend. We've managed to hold this so far. Once we lose the 200-day, it's my observation that we'll probably come down to the inverted head and shoulders neckline at 44 cents. And then we have one of two choices. Either come back up here, get rejected, and then you start breaking down towards that bottom of the formation. Or you hold this and then you break back up to the top, which would be, well, apparently I took off the top side of this formation, but we'll put it back on. We'll just use the wicks. And then we're going to go into I'm going to go into this article real quick. But that's what we're looking at. Can we get back to the top side, or do we stay on the bottom? We can take it by body as well, but we'll get back in the chart in just a second. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. And if you're looking to show support for me, video description below and or pinned comments, you can join Tom's Army. I do this all for free, so if you want to pay it forward by joining the Army, it's in the video description below. You become an integral part of my community, and you allow me to keep creative control, so you don't have to see any of these paid promotions, paid advertisements, or paid sponsorships. Never have, never will. So that's something I do different on my station. Bank of America praises Ripple for impact on cross-border payments. In a recent report by Bank of America titled Breaking New Ground, Harnessing Payments Innovation in APAC, the role of Ripple Labs in the payment space in the Asia-Pacific APAC region has been acknowledged by the Bank of America. The report highlights the significance of blockchain technology in digitizing trade, documentation, and the potential of Ripple's solution in revolutionizing cross-border payments. Ripple is an exception. Bank of America recognizes the transformative power of technology in facilitating real-time payments. APIs are the key driver of real-time payments adoption, according to the report, and have revolutionized connectivity as well as transaction processing for customers. As Venkat, head of Treasury Products APAC at Bank of America notes we're already seeing open banking become a reality in EMEA, with the API mechanism being used to develop many new use cases according to Venkat. This transition to open banking and the use of APIs will enable rapid and informed decision making, allowing near real-time information flow to meet treasury needs. While blockchain technology has played an important role in digitizing trade documents and smart contracts, its impact on cross-border payments has been limited compared to the prevailing dominance of SWIFT GPI, the report claims. Blockchain is being used as a security measure for certain transactions, but it has not had the success that previous hype suggested, Venkat said. However, Bank of America acknowledges Ripple's potential as a possible exception within the cross-border payment space. But in cross-border payments, the work of Ripple is a possible exception. Its blockchain's impact has been limited. The reason for this is the rapid emergence of SWIFT GPI as the favored solution for tracking and tracing cross-border payments. Bank of America's relationship with Ripple. Ripple has been forging partnerships with numerous leading financial institutions globally, including SBI Holdings, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, Banco Santander, Western Union, UAE Exchange, and American Express in recent years. But the company's collaboration with Bank of America, in particular, have been the subject of much speculation over years. In April 2020, the partnership with the Bank of America was confirmed by Julie Harris, the head of global banking at the Bank of America. During an episode of the Bank's Treasury Insights podcast, Harris stated that the Bank of America aims to provide its customers with the ability to conduct transactions anytime and anywhere by integrating new solutions. She specifically mentioned Ripple alongside SWIFT as one of the bank's key partners. And then I wanted to just read this little bit. Moreover, rumors of a close relationship persisted, with new hints surfacing regularly. For example, CEO Brad Garlinghouse reportedly said that Ripple's Swell 2022 conference at Bank of America would gain a competitive advantage by using Ripple's on-demand liquidity ODL product once the ongoing litigation with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is resolved. At press time, the XRP price was 4701, holding the 200-day EMA. As we know, we came down a little bit below that, but we're still holding the 200 EMA. So if we just look at this one step farther, then I'm going to let you go. If you want to trade XRP, in the video description below and our pinned comments, in the USA FEMX, you don't need KYC, and you can withdraw up to $50,000 a day. I have not used the bank deposit. I just transfer from my other accounts, and then I withdraw through my other accounts. So that's just in there, and that's in the video description below. So XRP, if we're either going to hold 457 in this ascending triangle formation, or we're going to break through to the inverted head and shoulders neckline, which is at 44 cents, which is this red line. If we break through, we're either going to hold this as a support, come back up to get rejected out of the pattern formation, then we'd fall down to the 37 cents approximately, which is at 18, and it's up plus 18% drop. Now, if we came back through here, manage to hold, and then bounce up, at any point if we hold this uptrending support, it's a 22% bounce to the top side, right around the 558 level, which could end up being a triple top if it were to come up there. So we'll see how that were to play out in this formation. Other than that, if we get a rejection here, and this is serious, if we get a rejection in the 4 hourly at 473, that's very bearish, or 474, that would constitute the drop down to the bottom of this pattern. And we've already had a bearish cross in the daily, so pay very close attention. This could get very bearish very quickly.